Carthage press conference with head coach L.J. Marks and Scotty Adamczyk and Griffin Shields. L.J., maybe you could start out, just maybe put your thoughts into words right now. I know it's a disappointing defeat, but what would you tell your team afterwards?
I mean, the first most important thing is congrats to Stevenson. I mean, they played lights out today. They really came with a passion and a drive and wanted to win. So I got to give them credit for that. From our standpoint, it's a learning opportunity. Understanding that you have to have, I don't want to say a level of failure first, but you have to utilize things that don't go your way as building blocks for the future. We graduated 3 seniors. Unfortunately, we couldn't send them out on a higher note. But we bring back 14 guys with some great experience and some good motivation for drive for next year.
Griffin, great game for you, 24 kills. What was different about this match today than the previous one when you played Stevenson and won that one?
Today we came out a little timid at first. We tried coming out. I mean, it's the NCAA tournament, so everyone's fighting. So that was all different. First off, and then we really wanted to send off our seniors on a high note, but that just didn't happen today.
Griffin, it seemed like just their scrappiness, that was one of their identities. How did you see that play out in terms of, did that affect the match in any way?
I feel like that kind of got to us a little. We weren't expecting them to get up so many balls and send them back to us. We weren't ready for them at times, and that just got us out of system when it shouldn't have.
Scotty, how do you feel that that scrappiness? I mean, you play so many volleyball matches. Was that something a little bit different that had an impact?
Yeah, you can't really prepare for that or scout for that. We watched game film. We spent the last weeks learning inside and out their team, their philosophy, their go-to guys. But at the end of the day, they came out stronger and picked up a lot of balls and fought back. So.
How big of a swing coach in that second set? I think you had 2 set points in that second set. You ended up dropping the set to go down 2-0. You seemed all sorts of confidence. I mean, was that a big turning point?
I mean, obviously being up 2-0, it gives you, I don't want to say some wiggle room, but it allows you to be a little bit more aggressive. And they definitely came out and started that one. I think we started, was it the third set? I think we were down 0-3 right out of the gates with some pressure. And that's one of the biggest things. We talked about it a lot over the course of the entire season, was putting pressure on the other team, starting from the service line. And it's something that we did very well this season. We didn't do well tonight, and they definitely took care of it. It's volleyball 101, serve and pass. So they had the advantage, which, I mean, it created a little bit of pressure for them, but it also kind of allowed us to get, I don't want to say loose, but when you're down 0-2, you really have no pressure left on you. You might as well just let it rip and see what happens. And then in game 4, the fourth set, they kind of regrouped themselves and started, executing a little bit better. I mean, they hit 0 in the 4th set, and we had 0-62. I mean, that's far from clean volleyball. So it was a battle of who could be less worse in that set, and go from there.
Do you think confidence was at all a factor? I mean, you just one loss, but a lot of your matches were 3-0, so you haven't been in that position being down 2-0.
I would say it's overconfidence. We talked about that a little bit today. We didn't come into this week, I'll be very direct and honest, we had a couple bad days of practice where I think we got in front of ourselves and thought it was going to be a little easier than it was. And again, it's a learning moment for the guys to understand that accomplishing this goal, winning these 3 matches over these 3 days, is going to be some incredible difficult things to do and ask of yourselves, and you can't take it for granted.
LJ, Landon Shorts went with 6 aces. When you account for that mix of different things?
He hit the same serves that we saw last time, and we knew they were coming. Again, we just kind of shied away from the ball. We didn't play with the same confidence, and part of that was because of that overconfidence. I don't think we were ready for somebody to really stand in front of us and punch us in the mouth, and we didn't know what to do with it today.
Scotty, you being one of the seniors on the team, can you put your career in perspective?
Yeah, came to Carthage, understanding it's a fairly good Division III program. We have a decent track record, but it still hurts not knowing we've won a national title. So this was the year we were hoping for. Rode the benches the first 2 years, stuck it out, hard work. Played a little bit last year as a starter, so I earned my spot. And this year came out knowing we had a really good team with some new guys, new faces. And season went well, and then just hit us hard this last game. Yeah.
And Griffin, being somebody that's going to be coming back next year, what's the biggest thing you're going to take from this tough defeat?
Use this emotion right now that I'm feeling as motivation in the off season and during the season, so we'll never let up and know what this feels like, and hopefully it won't happen again next year.